Hey folks, it's Mac again. In this episode, Kerberoasting. Kerberoasting is a post-exploitation attack technique that goes after the password hash of an Active Directory service account. I say post-exploitation because Kerberoasting requires that adversary to have an existing account. But here's the kicker. That account does not need to have elevated privileges. Wow! Kerberoasting is popular and increasing in prevalence. It exploits the legitimate functionality of Kerberos, making it stealthy and difficult to detect. A successful Kerberos attack enables a threat actor to obtain the password of a service account, and service accounts often have elevated privileges. Oh, that's greasy. Even if they don't, the ability to pose as a legitimate user is uber helpful for the attacker to avoid detection by impersonating that service account. From there, all hell can break loose. High-level system access with whatever that account is entitled to. Skilled hackers will attempt to elevate their account privileges to domain admins. Oh boy, badness 5000. So how is this done? I'm glad you asked. Kerberoasting exploits service tickets used by services for authentication to other services within the network. These service tickets are encrypted with the password of the service account, but hackers, well, they can attempt to crack those passwords offline by brute force or other tools. Kerberoasting. Kerberoast. At a high level, step 1. Gain access or compromise a domain user account. Maybe a phish. How about the dark web? 2. Use that domain account to get service principal names of network services. 3. Request a ticket from the Kerberos ticket granting service for that service. 4. Receive a copy of that ticket down to your machine. 5. Use a password cracking tool. Crack that hash offline. Now it's in plain text. And 6. Once the password's cracked, authenticate to the network as that service account. So what's the impact? Use that compromised account to escalate privileges, potentially gaining domain admin rights. Move laterally throughout the network and compromise as you go. Collect other account credentials. Set some backdoors for future access. Steal some data. Disrupt some services. Disable some services. Ransom maybe? So what can you do? At a low level, implement complex passwords for service accounts, making them resistant to cracking. Consider group managed service accounts where applicable. Regularly change and rotate those service account passwords. Limit service account permissions. Enforce least privilege. Implement multi-factor authentication where possible. At a higher level, next-gen protections, EDR, enhanced detection and response. Think Defender for endpoint and identity. Think SOC and SIEM. Usually these solutions require a lot more monitoring and a lot more logging, but these solutions provide the intelligence and context awareness for threat detection. Bonus for automated responses. You got this. I'm rooting for you. That about wraps it up. I hope you found this helpful. Please consider liking and subscribing. And hey, this is how we make it better and move it forward.